Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Nagaland Dobashi Association appeals state government for constitution of customary courts in Nagaland. Chief Secretary J. Alam says engineering and medicine field are the most alluring profession for one's studies. Winter session of the 13th Nagaland Legislative Assembly to commence from 25th November. An election commission invites entries for National Media Award for Best Campaign on Voters' Education and Awareness. As India achieved the milestone of vaccinating 100 crore people against COVID-19, All India Radio salutes all the people, doctors, nurses and others who make this possible. Even though the country has achieved this feat, we caution our listeners that the battle against COVID is not yet over. We appeal to our listeners who are yet to fully get vaccinated to get vaccinated at the earliest and also help others to get vaccinated. During the festival season, please follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 6 feet for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011 2397 8046 and 1075 and state helpline number 1800345 0019. And now the news in detail. Nagaland Dobashi Association has appealed the state government for constitution of customary courts in Nagaland. Addressing media persons this evening at Kohima, Nagaland Dobashi Association General Secretary R. Kemerio Yantan said the association had submitted an appeal letter to Chief Minister Nagaland today, drawing the attention of the government to implement customary courts in the state based on the unique history and identity of the Nagas. He said, though all districts in Nagaland have customary courts and are managed by the Dobashis, however, it has not been formally constituted by the state government. He also informed that as per the Justice and Law Department, joint customary court has no legal sanction to adjudicate any customary cases. To this, Yantan said, if Nagas do not use its special status, it may land into conflict, and the essence of the customs and traditions of the Nagas will vanish if appropriate steps are not taken to recognize the customary courts in Nagaland. While pointing out that the state has so far only constituted village courts through the Nagaland Village Council Act 1978, the General Secretary of the association said that along with the village courts, the state should have subordinate customary courts and district customary courts as provisioned in the rules for administration of justice and police in Nagaland 1937 and by the Third Amendment Act 1984, Chapter 4A. The association further informed that the Chief Minister has given his assurance to safeguard the unique history of the Nagas. Chief Secretary J. Alam said that engineering and medicine field are the most alluring professions for one's studies. Addressing the biennial General Conference of the Federation of Nagaland State Engineering Service Association, FONSESA, today at Kohima, Alam said engineers in Nagaland have achieved a lot in their fields as the state have many roads, buildings and bridges which are brought by engineers. Stating that engineers have the brightest minds as they lead to a path of progress and development, he called upon them to have collective knowledge by working as a team, sharing ideas, finding solutions and breaking shylocks. Alam suggested 500 FONSESA members to give recognition to engineers for their efforts and works. The Chief Secretary also released the vision documents. The Federation also passed 7-point resolution during the conference. Nagaland Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi has summoned the 9th session of the 13th Nagaland Legislative Assembly. The session will commence from 25th November at 9:30 a.m. in the Assembly Hall, Kohima. Election Commission has invited entries from media houses for the National Media Award for the Best Campaign on Voters' Education and Awareness during the year 2021. There will be 4 awards, 1 each for print media, television, radio and online. The awards are to recognize the outstanding contributions by media houses to promote electoral participation by creating awareness about accessible elections, educating people about the electoral process, in raising awareness among the general public about the relevance and importance of voting and registration. The awards will be in the form of a citation and plaque and will be presented on National Voters' Day, 25th of January 2022. The jury will base their assessment on the criteria like quality of voter awareness campaign, the extent of coverage or quantity, evidence of impact on the public, and coverage on awareness about accessible elections. Entries must have been published or broadcast or telecast during the relevant period. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on a YouTube channel, AIR News Kohima. The Supreme Court today ordered a probe into the Pegasus surveillance case by a 3-member expert committee. The committee will be headed by retired Supreme Court Judge Justice R.V. Ravindran. A bench comprising Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana and Justice Surya Kant and Justice Hima Kaul observed that there has been no specific denial by the centre on the issue. The Supreme Court will monitor the function of the committee. The court observed that while it is the era of information technology which is crucial for our daily lives, it is equally important to safeguard the privacy of citizens. Nagaland Public Service Commission NPSC has announced the scheduled date of the preliminary examination for recruitment to the post of NCS, NPS, NSS and allied services on 27th of November. NPSC said candidates need to apply online through Nagaland e-District portal at edistrict.nagaland.gov.in or through any state common service centre. Online form applications will be available from October 28 till 12 November at 12 noon. For more information, candidates can access details from NPSC website npsc.nagaland.gov.in or from the Commission's notice board. Mission Director, National Health Mission Nagaland, Dr. Dalit Damsla, inaugurated Primary Health Centre PHC at Dan Village International Trade Centre under Nagaland District yesterday. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Dalit Damsla stated that the PHC will serve and benefit the bordering villages of India and Myanmar. She said that for the proper development and improvement of the PHC, people's participation is very important, and so the cooperation from the community towards the healthcare workers and the department. Additional Director Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Demchen Damtsangla, urged upon the people to use the PHC in a proper way and hope that it will serve its purpose. Nagaland reported 12 new positive cases of COVID-19 and 15 recoveries today. With this, the total cases have reached to 31,759, while total recovered cases stand at 29,822. With no death reported for the last 3 days, death toll remained at 666. Currently, there are 222 active cases in the state with a sample positivity rate at 1.83%. Nagaland bagged 2 medals in the 20th Junior National Wushu Championship, which was held from 20th to 25th October at Punjab. In a press release, Nagaland coach Gabriel Kamo informed that Nakum Konyak bagged 2 medals, 1 gold in duel and 1 bronze in Taushu in Taolu events. In view of the upcoming Senior Wushu National Championship, trial selection will be held in the last week of November. All instructors and interested candidates are requested to prepare for the trial selection. And now to end the news, here are the main points again. Nagaland Dobashi Association appeals state government for constitution of customary courts in Nagaland. Chief Secretary J. Alam says engineering and medicine field are the most alluring profession for one's studies. Winter session of the 13th Nagaland Legislative Assembly to commence from 25th November. An election commission invites entries for National Media Award for Best Campaign on Voters' Education and Awareness. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.